What is up, guys? This is Mark with the Mic, and this is another The Wrestling Babble podcast by Wrestling Inc. I'm Mark with the Mic, I'm joined by Louis Beans.
What is up? What is up?
And WrestleMania has came. WrestleMania. Yeah.
Oh, look at this. When are they gonna bring that back?
Nah. Right? They should, or at least make a remake of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll have some like dubstep because they think they're cool.
That's not cool anymore. That was like 10 years ago.
WWE still not. They're grown ups trying to listen to music.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So we got WrestleMania. 2 nights, too big for one night.
That's what they said.
They made sure they said it every 5 minutes.
I mean, I'm glad it wasn't 2 7-hour shows. How about that?
Yes, me too. I think this format, if they're gonna keep it like this, I'm fine with it. If they keep it the way it is.
Somebody made a good point.
Yeah.
I think it was Mustafa Ali about if you do it this way, there's at least more of an opportunity for talent to be showcased. So, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Why not?
I liked it too. I thought they did a good job in timing it. Like both shows didn't end after 11 o'clock.
True enough.
So they were like perfectly 4 hours each, 8 hours in total if you watch both nights. But it gives you a break in between.
Yes, this is true. I mean, even the pre-show, it didn't feel too long. It was just like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm into everything. I'm gonna sit here and watch this whole thing, and I'm not gonna be overwhelmed.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree with that. Like I felt like honestly, I'll say night 2 felt longer than what night 1 felt. But then again, I felt with night 1 had a lot more matches and actual matches.
Mm-hmm.
Night 2 has some like long-winded stuff that just like, all right, we get it, we see the story. Yes, I get it, but it just went too long.
Okay. So we're gonna get into that.
Yep. So I guess we'll do it by night. This will be just a WrestleMania review because we'll be talking a lot about this in general. And we don't even know what's gonna happen with Raw, SmackDown, and NXT this week.
Okay.
Well, NXT we know because NXT is already recorded, but Raw and SmackDown we have no clue what's going on.
I mean, should we not assume that's the direction they're gonna go in from now on? For the foreseeable future.
So it depends because again, you got to remember WrestleMania was recorded last Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's ahead of a schedule as well. They didn't record after WrestleMania, I think.
Okay, so we just have to wait and see.
Yeah, because I'm not sure what they did or if they're allowed to. Because AEW got shut down.
Gotcha.
They're not allowed to record. At least they got enough shows to record for a month. But after that, they don't know where they're going to be at.
Gotcha.
But yeah. So, yes. All right, so I guess we start off with night 1.
Mm-hmm.
Which was on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And night 1's kickoff, we had Cesaro versus Drew Gulak. I thought that was a great match.
Actually, really good.
Really good. Really fun match.
Shout outs to Drew Gulak putting up a fight against Big Tony, but he got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Yo, how he styling him like that? Come on, man.
Yeah.
He did an airplane spin with no hands. Come on, dude.
He spent the shit out of him. I was like, that's not fair.
Like, he didn't use his hands at the end.
It was like he was doing it with his neck.
Like, how are you going to do him dirty like that? Come on. Damn,
man.
All right, Cesaro.
Cesaro, like, did like a finishing move to him.
Yeah, basically.
Like,
if Gulak had fell into pieces, it would have been appropriate.
Yeah, I agree. I give it a 4.
I give it a 4. 4.5 for that spin, though.
Yeah, that was fucking great. I did really like that match. I really enjoyed it, and I once I saw that was on the kickoff, I was like, all right, I guess I'm watching the kickoff.
Yes, sir.
Just for that match.
They did a good thing this year by putting underutilized talent. I mean, granted, we all know Cesaro was good.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get a good showcase. So putting him against Drew Gulak, money. And so, good.
I agree. So night 1 kicked off of WrestleMania. I did like the whole, like, the beginning of it. I thought it was silly, but funny at the same time because it's kind of be serious, but also giving a joking matter that they didn't have a crowd and everything. And then you had the fake Jack Sparrow voice.
I just love the visuals of it when they start changing the scenes from different things, and Seth Rollins was like, "What?"
With the horses and shit. Becky
Roman
was
Reigns
sitting
in the pirate suit with the aliens in the background, like.
Yeah, Becky
all right.
on the bench with a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool.
And Kofi doing what was the river dance?
Yeah.
Damn.
But it was cool. I enjoyed it. So our first match of the evening of night 1 was Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. They defeat the Kabuki Warriors.
Do you have a tag team name?
Bliss is Bliss Cross Applesauce.
All right, we'll take it.
Yeah, I think that's their tag team name.
But they don't have like an official one. I know that's what they call themselves, right?
Yeah, so that's what they call themselves.
All right.
Versus Kabuki Warriors.
That's a mouthful.
Alexa and Nikki Cross are the first 2-time tag team champions.
I mean, that's kind of good and kind of bad once you realize how many title defenses the Kabuki Warriors actually had through the year.
That's true. But then again, they kind of...
That's a long time.
But then again, they kind of like took Asuka out the tag team division and using her as a single competitor. So that's...
It's still bad.
Yeah.
That's true. It kind of makes the belt like, yo, we wanted the belt. Why you don't use it?
Yeah.
So, good.
Shout out to Alexa Bliss for her Power Line expired outfit. I saw the little the atomic symbol on her chest, and I was like, okay, that's Power Line, and I was very happy. I'm a big Goofy movie fan, so I was very happy with it. You never seen Goofy movie, and I feel like you need to see it.
I mean, what is it on?
Disney Plus.
It is? Okay.
It's on Disney Plus. If you don't have it, I can lend you mine.
No. Thanks to the Jinkies.
Yeah. There you go. And it's on Disney Plus.
Maybe I'll check it out.
And then there's the Extreme Goofy movie, which was actually still not bad, and it was a sequel to Goofy movie.
I didn't even know I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, Pauly Shore's in it.
As who? Goofy?
No, he's just one of his friends that likes nacho cheese.
All right.
He pretty much sounds like his character in Encino Man.
Oh, the Weasel?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, well, no, the Weasel is wait. So don't you mean just him?
Yeah, he just sounds like
he just sounds like himself.
Yeah.
Like, wait a second, that's him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It was a really good match. I actually liked the tag team stuff they did. The freaking there's 2 spots that they did that was just mean. One was Alexa Bliss doing the Twist of Bliss while I think Asuka was in a leg lock or Kairi was in a leg lock.
No, she jumped on top of Asuka, I think, because Kairi did an elbow to Nikki Cross.
Yeah.
So yeah, she did the opposite. Yep.
Yeah, that shit. The both of those were fucking mean. Like the way it looked and everything looked fucking mean. So, I do like this. I like the matchup. I'm fine with a rematch of this. I would like to see more out the tag team division. Maybe Alexa and Nikki going cross brands right now at this state and wrestling in NXT for the tag titles, wrestling in SmackDown and Raw.
Hey, I mean, if there's gonna be anything in the future, I'd like to see the tag team. The women's tag team title utilized. Just don't let it sit there.
I agree. So, I give this match a 4. Like, I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I liked it too. I give it a 4 as well.
And we're fans of Alexia and Nikki. We're fans of Kabuki Warriors, so we like to see them actually compete.
True that. I mean, granted, they get to fight, but they were doing so much singles matches for a while. I was just like, what? All right.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Alexa kind of fought for a match like and shit like that. And even behind the scenes, she kept like hinting like, yeah, there's tag team titles that haven't been on this show for quite some time. Now we're gonna get a chance. So yes. Match number 2, Elias defeats King Corbin.
I mean, this match was whack.
Yeah.
That man tried to kill him.
Yeah.
The only thing he did was hit him with a guitar. Boo. Get out of here. That should have been a last man standing match. Come on, dog. You saw that little Elias promo he put online? Like, he's like, oh, he tried to take me out. He tried to end my career. And this is the match we got. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. This is a standard ass SmackDown match. I can't give it no outstanding grade. It was a 3 at best.
Yeah, I
It should have
agree.
done the card.
Like this could have been on SmackDown and end the storyline off it. It didn't have like Mania match in
But you see what
this.
I mean about the way they produce things this year because of the situations. If they had gone a little further, like they did Friday night, then this probably would have had a better outcome for me. Because
Yeah,
it just felt like a regular ass match. Come on, man.
yeah, I agree.
So nah.
Yeah, I was slightly disappointed with it. And again, when you actually start to make things and you're actually putting out that it's gonna be personal, and then when you start to match up, you go to tie up. That just annoys me.
Hmm.
It's just
Yeah.
like I thought it was personal.
I just yeah. So personal.
Yeah.
Deadly personal. Come on.
So I give this a 2.
Yeah, I give it 2.5.
Yeah.
At least Elias won.
Yeah.
That's all I can
I
really
want
say.
a Corbin to actually win, so
Yeah, I like Elias too, but I'm just
I like
it was only right, but it
Yeah.
was just like it was so weak. That's why I can't be too happy about it.
Next match, Raw Women's Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler.
It's actually a pretty good match. It was not as vicious as I thought I was gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As again, the promos, again, the initial thing, she bit her on the back of the neck, and then you just get a regular wrestling match.
Yeah, like again, like if you are just putting it personal and don't take it personal in the ring, you lose me with that.
That's yeah.
Like you're already
100%.
getting a point off because of that. There's no intensity. There's no I want to fuck you up kind of shit. There's just okay wrestling now. Yay.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Again, the match wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
I liked a lot of the counter like arm stuff. Like they
Yeah.
made a point on commentary to say, "Oh my goodness, how is Becky doing this to a championship level fighter?" And blah blah blah. So at least they were trying to tell a story, but they forgot a big part
Yeah.
where she took a piece of her neck,
Yeah.
and they went through that entire thing with the ambulance. Remember that the
Yeah.
GTA angle? See, this is what I'm talking about. When you start something, you gotta finish it right.
Yeah.
So I give it a 3.5. I would give it a 4, but it was like it wasn't anything special.
My big issue with this match is that we've seen this match before with Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane.
Okay.
This was the exact same finish of that match.
Yeah, I was gonna just Mark. I was gonna tell you, yo, didn't she get beat
Yeah.
like this at least 3 times?
Yes.
Didn't somebody else do this to her too?
You would think
besides
she
Kairi
learned
Sane?
from the first time.
Yes, exactly.
Like, oh, my weakness. People on my neck.
Yes.
But it makes sense for her because her finisher is kind of a sleeper hold. Wherever you call it, it's a sleeper hold. It's nothing special. It's a sleeper hold.
But can I just say this, Mark?
Yeah.
From now on, her and Samoa Joe have better never lose a match like that again.
Yeah. There's a lot of video footage of that happening. Owen Hart it was the first one to actually do it against Brett.
Really? Okay.
So, yes, Brett did it. Oh no, Brett beat Piper that way.
Oh really? Wow.
Yes, and for the Intercontinental Championship, WrestleMania 7, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Man, why don't they learn?
Yeah. So, that was my big thing. Like, I felt I saw this match already, and I felt like the intensity of this match wasn't there as much as it's supposed to be. Like, you bit the person in the damn neck. You're talking all this shit about each other. I think this should have been a brawl once it started. It shouldn't even, again, it should not even lead to a tie-up. They should have just started railing on each other.
This is true.
So, I give this a 3.
Yeah. I would give it 3.5. Like I said, the match itself wasn't bad, but it was just like I couldn't. All that stuff you built up, I didn't hit for me. Sorry.
Yeah. Next match is the Intercontinental Championship match. Sami Zayn defeats Daniel Bryan.
Woo! Yo, Daniel Bryan was going ham.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sami Zayn is what do you call that? When you like to get hit hard? Is it a masochist?
Yeah.
Yes, because from him and KO and him always getting power bombed on something.
Yeah.
Yo, he got his ass beat.
Yeah, he did.
But I love to see a Daniel Bryan ass whooping. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
It just looks so good.
Really good match. I look forward to seeing more between them two and actually building more of a storyline that they have already. I like this rivalry. I like the group against each other as well.
I like the fire up at the end. I like that he had to beat the fight out of Sami Zayn for him to come back.
Yeah.
And I wasn't mad at the haluva kick in the air. I'm like, all right.
I thought it was fantastic. I thought
also,
these guys.
I just like to point out that was a storyline callback to Drew Gulak.
Yeah.
Because remember, his whole thing on 205 Live was no high flying.
Yep.
And then he tells Daniel Bryan to jump, and then he fucking gets hit. So, yeah.
It's all Gulak's fault.
It's all Gulak's fault. Blame him. 4.5 for me.
4.5? I'll give it a 4.5. I actually lean more to 4.75. Like, okay. I really enjoyed the match. I really dig what they did.
It wasn't long either.
No. It wasn't long, but it had a good part. I think they could have had an extra 5 minutes, and I don't think it would have did anything to the match. I think it would have been more of a match. Sammy, everyone sleeps on Sammy. Sammy is one of the best fucking people that came out of NXT.
I believe so.
Don't sleep on them, dude. That dude could fucking go. Yep. So, seeing him as a heel too, I think he tells a story just great as a heel, and I think that's one of my favorite things about him. So, yeah, I give this a 4.75.
Yeah,
I think this one was tied for my second match of the night, because there's two that I thought was amazing, and then the Boneyard just stepped it up.
Yeah.
So next match, SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. John Morrison defeats Kofi Kingston and Jimmy Uso. So Miz was out.
Okay, so what's the deal with Miz? He's just regular sick. He's
sick, yeah. He got sick. So they just made it a 3-way.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is at least understandable. At least they didn't try to give someone to Morrison. They just went with half a team. I thought it was a great match. I thought it was a fun match. They did a lot of crazy things in the ring, but they didn't do nothing like crazy like Jeff Hardy jumping off a fucking stage kind of thing. But they did enough that for a ladder match to make it intriguing, and then also they had some great spots. They had some great character building in that too.
It was pretty unique to see John Morrison do stuff that he did, because I've never seen other human being do some of that shit, dude.
Oh, so right before
footage of him doing. Well, I mean,
go ahead.
Wait, let me ask you: did he do any of that stuff in Lucha Underground?
Yes, in the ladder match he did. He also has experience in ladder matches before.
Well, I know that.
I was watching the best ladder matches of
Don't watch the one with him and Joey Mercury. Oh no,
that one's pretty tough. But I was watching it, and they kind of showed one of the big spots he had in the one that Punk won. I think it was the first one that Punk won.
Okay.
And that was actually pretty good. And then
see, I wasn't watching back then.
Yeah. Okay. Because CM Punk won it twice. Edge and CM Punk are the two that won it twice.
So what? It was a tag team ladder match, or is it a championship ladder?
It was Money in the Bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because remember, Money in the Bank started in WrestleMania. They used to have the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania before it became a pay-per-view.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I wish they actually did that, but then again, I like the pay-per-view, so I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, I get that.
But I just feel like we have two ladder match pay-per-views, and we don't need that. Like TLC, and then you have Money in the Bank.
Well, TLC is supposed to not be a ladder match pay-per-view. It's supposed to be a TLC, and they did the thing of separating the matches.
Yeah.
And so you get one or two TLC, because there's a women's this now, so there'll be a chairs match and a ladders match. Remember that match between KO and Baron Corbin with the chairs? And he went to the pyramid. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, that's great.
You just say it. That's what they did with it. Unfortunately.
So I give this a 4.25.
I give it a 4.5 for me. It was still like match. This is wrestling. These are talking about regular wrestling matches.
Yeah.
The Boneyard is something different.
Yeah.
It just have to just put it in a separate category.
Yeah.
But for like the actual wrestling matches that took place in the ring that night, it was like neck and neck with the Daniel Bryan Sammy match for me. It was really good. It was high energy. Kofi showed a mean streak. I don't know if you noticed that. Kofi was pulling hair and gouging eyes and shit.
Good.
Kofi was trying to win.
Yep.
And he was doing his damn thing too. When he jumped and caught him with that Hurricanrana, did you see he caught him at the waist, but did you see how quickly Kofi put his feet up to his head?
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's a beast. So like there was some shit that happened in that match from everybody that just had me like, yo, they went in. So it was good. And nobody went to the hospital. So good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
So
it was a really good match.
Yeah, I give him credit. I really enjoyed it as well, and I kind of liked how Morrison won. He kind of like slipped out, and the belts came out.
That was cool.
Yeah, so they did a good job with that. Next match.
Hey. Oh.
Kevin Owens defeats Seth Rollins.
Oh my goodness! You know what? He can't. He has to be moment number 3 then.
Yeah,
because he can't be the moment of WrestleMania because that goes to. For you, it's the Firefly match. For me, it's the Boneyard. But he tried to make one, and goddamn it, he is up there.
Well, I will say Kevin Owens has the match moment of WrestleMania.
Okay.
Because he actually had a match
of his body midair.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh god.
That's the picture I was gonna put. I forgot about that one. I'll put that as the main picture.
Oh, you did have the one with AJ's hand coming out of the dirt.
Yeah, I have the NWO, Bray Wyatt, and Cena.
Even better. So many.
Yeah, and this is something that I'm glad. Like I was watching WrestleMania with Jackie and her brother, and her brother don't really watch wrestling, but watching the Firefly Funhouse thing, like he got it. Like he was enjoying it. They all enjoyed the hell out of it because it was entertaining as shit.
That's good. Yeah, it was. That's like 2 of the best people to do it too. So.
Yeah, the one I know Jackie didn't like the Edge and Orton because it was too long. She was getting very impatient with it, and I understand. Like I could see where I could see where it started like getting too much, and it was like okay, we got it, and then they kind of did that. We'll go into that match later on. Anyway, but yes. So this match, that fucking elbow drop was fucking nuts. Like. Oh damn! Kevin Owens got right back up too. So I was like,
he is crazy. He got hit full ball with the damn bell. I don't know if you saw what he did.
Yeah, I heard it.
Hit him. He hit him with the bell. It wasn't his hand or anything. You heard the wood. Like damn. All right.
Yeah, you heard it, and it was like, ow.
Shout outs to Ring of Honor for showing their matches.
Yeah.
So if you haven't seen how crazy they actually can go, those 2 dudes are nuts. So. This was just it was just a good ass wrestling match. It was a good I mean, I'm not even sure this is the end. I mean, great. Unfortunately, Seth Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, set himself up for failure to get done in by coming back to the ring. He could have left.
Yeah.
But
he could have took the DQ
to their feud, and this is good. This is a good ass match.
I did like the fact that Kevin Owens did not want the DQ. He was like, "Come on, I want to keep fighting you, and I want to bust your ways."
Yes.
And I was fine with that. I like Kevin Owens. I like what they did, and
I like the Monday Night Messiah gear. I love the robe, the little
the Jesus, the Jeebus. Jeebus, save me, Jeebus.
CrossFit Jesus is here. Let's do it.
That's something we would talk about it towards the end of the show. Is just certain outfits that really stood out. Fucking Rhea Ripley for sure. I was wondering what it was, and then when I saw her on a full form, I was like, "Oh shit, that's Vegeta."
Oh, see, I did not know.
Yeah, because
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know it was Vegeta, and then I'm looking at it, and I saw the gold chest part, and I was like, "Yeah, that is Vegeta." That was dope.
Did notice.
I liked it a lot.
I just like how it was white and blue. Shit was dope.
Yeah. And the colors, it was like when he first came down with the shield and shit.
Yeah, it's the standard uniform. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
The nice
the singing outfit and shit. I would. It would have been cool if she had like a piece that like she could drop off like all the weight,
Oh, I thought you
and then
meant the
go
scouter.
Super
I'm about to
Saiyan.
say, now she came in the ring with a scouter, you gonna have a problem.
Yeah,
The
but
New Day gonna have to show up and take liberties.
but Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, they killed it. They fucking destroyed each other, and that elbow drop looked painful as shit.
Oh my goodness, it was the best thing. I love how he looked mid-air. I'm gonna remember that one.
Yeah.
So
I give this a 5.
I would give it a 4.5, but I'll give it a 5 for the elbow drop. Fuck it.
I like the fact that it didn't end in DQ. I like that he got him back in the ring and fucking did it. So give him credit.
The score does not mean match of the night. The score is just like for everything that match gave.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite match, but goddamn it, they went from the windows to the wall.
Yeah.
So, yep.
No skeets.
No.
Next match, Braun Strowman defeats Goldberg and become Universal Champion.
I mean, we just gotta say it. I'm just happy Goldberg lost.
Yeah. So this match was the exact same match as Lesnar and Drew.
Yeah, but I like that match a lot more.
But they were very, very similar to each other. They were just trying to knock each other down, and I think that was the purpose of all the main finishers.
Yeah, that's what happens when you come into the match with your finisher all maxed out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 5 dots, 5 little balls at the bottom of the screen.
Yep.
You hit R1, or if you customize it, it's a different button, but whatever. Yeah. Usually it's R1, right? Or is it L1?
No, R1.
It's R1. Yeah, right, you hit R1.
Yeah. Now triangle. They fucked it all up. This game.
Yeah, now it's triangle. Right.
They fucked it all up.
Hit that R1 button.
Yeah.
Bam. That's it. So I know what it is when it's a Goldberg match.
Yeah.
See, that's why that Undertaker match pissed me off so much, even more.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just a Goldberg match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this was a Goldberg match. I didn't come into it looking for Goldberg. I came into it looking for Braun Strowman to win. Mm-hmm. Gave me what I wanted. 5 stars. I'm happy. Send them home.
I understood he went directly for the spear. He speared him a few times. Strowman got up, still strong. It was early in the match and things like that. Then he power slam. I like the fact that Braun Strowman did not try to stop power slamming. He was gonna power slam until he fell through the ring.
Yeah, that would have been cool if they did the ring implodes thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because they didn't have a match after that.
So, do what you do, a little cinematic something.
You guys got special effects.
But again, I like it. I liked it. Just end it. Please.
But yeah, Goldberg loses to Braun Strowman, your new Universal Champion, Braun Strowman.
And what JBL said made a lot of sense. Everybody's going to hate this. Because potentially he could have his belt till he retires. So I mean, listen, storyline-wise, you're right.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar comes back for his belt.
Yeah. You know what? I think one thing it does, at least, it opens up maybe the Fiend going back for it.
I mean, if he wants to set up some business with Braun Strowman, he has every opportunity too. So
yeah, and he has history, and as the pattern is, he goes after people that he has history with.
But he never betrayed him, I think. Right? They didn't jump him out, did they?
He went for the fame.
All right. You know what? You know what? You're right.
Well, I was getting defeated by other people. What you were doing, mixed tagging with Alexa Bliss.
You know what? That's a whole other story right there.
Yeah. Yep. So, and then I give it the match a 3. I give it 5 that Braun Strowman finally got the belt.
Oh yeah, that's my score. 5 bronze out of 5. Let's go.
Yeah.
There's a special category. 5 bronze out of 5.
5 bronze out of 5.
Yes.
So yeah, and then we end night 1 with the main event, the Boneyard match of Undertaker versus AJ.
I didn't know what it was gonna be. I didn't know what to expect. Especially like from the beginning to the end, I didn't know what to expect. When they came out with the damn hearse, I was like, "Oh shit, you're getting a throwback Taker." And then it was, then the two hooded figures open up the back, the casket slides out, and fucking AJ's in it. Oh my, so good.
It was such a fun match, and then the fucking Metallica song, him coming into the brain, like
Mm-hmm.
they
Dude, it was
they
so good.
yeah they did a great job with this, the production, things like that. Again, this is wrestling. This is not, and not everything in wrestling has to be realistic and shit like that. And this is where it shows that it is sports entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And when done right with the right people for the right reasons, it could be really, really good.
they just, honestly, this is something I'll say, and what they just did is made Undertaker's career go an extra 5 years.
Yeah. I agree.
Because if he could wrestle like this and do these kind of matches and having these special things and actually giving character and story,
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with seeing this. I'm fine seeing the Firefly Funhouse versus the Boneyard match kind of shit. I'm fine with maybe seeing Sting into this shit with him not having to have to fully wrestle.
Yeah, I know. You can have
So
another hardcore thing with Mick Foley. Just use fake blood. Just you never
yeah,
know what you can do.
yeah.
The
So
outcomes are limitless.
yeah, I think that's a good
It's just,
thing. I think that's a good sign of things
hmm
because of that. It helps.
But I was the first thing I said when I saw them start to actually get into the fighting part was just like wrestling looks so good in a cinematic environment.
Yeah,
It's one of the reasons why, as bad as Hogan's movies were, he never looked bad in the movie.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like his acting was not the greatest, but Hogan himself never looked bad in a movie doing Hogan stuff.
yeah. 'Cause he's Hogan.
It's just a big, strong man just
Yeah,
either throwing a body around or punching somebody or doing something. It's just like that shit translates well in a cinematic environment. It
yeah.
just does.
I
So,
agree.
and I gotta give the shout out to the OC for being a big part of this,
Yeah,
like being the two henchmen,
yeah,
being the backup for AJ. He's like, all right, you got him, you gotta go through us too. And then Undertaker just beats their ass.
yeah. That was
I
actually really
love
fun.
that's see that's a part of the thing about it. It's like when you do something like this, you can mess it up by like trying to uh push too hard for certain things. Like if they tried to make the OC look too strong, it probably would have looked bad.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You gotta have Undertaker just be this overpowering figure, and they did that.
yeah,
Like I'll tell you this part. I don't know if he really hurt his arm or not. He
yeah,
could have, but guess what? If they did it in this element, then I think they know that you would cut your arm if you break it. So it's probably cinematic. You know what I'm saying? It was sugar glass and what have you, and it took me out of it. It's like, as in, I was invested.
yeah,
It was like, wow, I'm in this. I'm not even in the real world no more. I'm in this match, and oh man, he's bleeding, but he's pissed off, and he's gonna fight through it. I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I bought in the whole match. Like the I don't know who the hell would wear those hoods that came out the barn, but you know what? Fuck it.
One was Brendan Williams.
Okay. You mean the Great Saiyan Otaku,
Yeah,
aka Better Wooly? All right,
yeah. He was one of them.
good. Oh, see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't care. Like, I was just in. I'm like,
Yeah,
they got the OC got a gang. Okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
it was a
just
gang
good.
fight, yo.
It was good.
Taker had his gang there. Like,
Yeah,
dude, he does barbecues with these dead people.
exactly. Oh, shit. Like they had AJ come back, hit him with the shovel. Was like so much. How did he get out of the? How did Undertaker get out of the grave? Come on, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like there was so many things that just was like you don't need to explain it. He's the Undertaker.
yeah.
Where'd that fire come from? What? What?
That's the thing. Like, again, like what you just
Yes.
said. Like, none of this has to be answered because it is the Undertaker. This is what we expect from the Undertaker.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
So I dug this. I dug the production. I dug everything they did. It was fun. It was a lot better than I expected it to be, and then some. Like, I kind of knew there was gonna be some kind of production with it in a way that I knew that it was not gonna be a regular match.
Well, I would just say Scott Steiner doesn't like it. Hold on.
Yeah, Scott Steiner's an asshole. He's just mad because he wasn't part of it.
He could be in the cinematic universe now.
Yeah. But yeah, like I feel they did a good job in that sense, and I was really happy with what I saw. Um, at
Yeah.
least
I agree.
Uh,
I wanted to add in one thing. It was just that, like the main point that they seemed to at least follow that made it work was they kept it in universe, and that's
yeah,
like the main part for all of these like cinematic things they doing now is just like they have a universe, dude.
yeah,
Like tap into it. Like the cool little that sign. He doesn't really use that sign
yeah,
anymore. You know what I mean? That's his sign. It's
yeah,
trademark The Undertaker. We get it. But like the fact that they could throw that up at the end on a projector, like the
yeah.
fact that you can do that now,
With
like
all
that's
that
fucking
Metallica
cool.
money that he spent.
Hey, listen,
I think
what's Metallica?
that was the
They,
highest price of things on this
they,
feature was the Metallica song they used.
but like it works, dude.
Yeah,
It all works.
yeah. It was fun. It was beyond what I expected from it, and I'm very happy with it. And for the fact that AJ was able to have this moment with Taker, and honestly, I know for a fact Taker wanted a moment with him because I think he sees the kind of wrestler he is,
Mm.
and
And he showed off his basically his acting chops in this. It was
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Everything was good.
It was fun.
So
It was just a fun out of this world match, and I give it a 5 just because it entertained the shit out of me, and like, and that was something. It was just fun.
I give it 5 pre-dug graves out of 5
Yeah.
because he did not dig that grave.
No, he did not. His shit was open already. Like, who were you planning before? I felt like you were planning this. Who was it? Who was that was supposed to be for?
Who's in there?
Yeah. I would have honestly the little things I would have done is maybe Kane come out.
I mean, maybe Kane was the one making the fire. You don't know.
Yeah, like those little things that continue his storyline is Kane. So having Kane just out of nowhere or just kind of like when they all jumped him and they had like that instead of the barnyard came out, it was Kane that came out. I would have took that in a heartbeat. And I was like, yeah, the Brothers of Destruction. Fuck yeah.
The only bad part is not to bring us back down, but to inject some realism to it. There's a reason why Kane can't be there.
Yeah, there's a big
He's
reason.
busy. He's
Yeah,
legitimately busy.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I
but
understand why
I,
he couldn't be there,
I
but
would have liked it too.
yeah. That's my little take from it, but I give it a 5 because it was entertaining at a cell, and we got everything we want from the match. Like we didn't expect, they blew us out of whatever like what to expect from that match,
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
and I think they
100%.
did a great job doing that.
Yep.
All right, so that's night one. Overall, I'll give it a 4.75.
Yeah, I would agree.
It
Nothing
was
really.
a fully entertaining show. I felt like it did not feel long, and I think
Yeah,
every match had an even balance of time.
that's true. There was only one match that I didn't like, and that was about it.
Yeah.
So
So I
yeah,
give night one. I liked night one. I think more than I liked night two.
I could agree with that.
Yeah,
But there was some heavy hitters I liked on night 2.
yeah, me too. I agree. So night two we have a kickoff show for that as well, and we had Liz Morgan versus Natalia in their kickoff show.
I loved it.
I
They started off with the aggression. I love Natty shit talking.
Yeah,
Cause she's good. So fuck it. Why not?
yeah, it was a good match. Like I was surprised of how good the match was and how much I enjoyed it.
And we got to see more Liv Morgan. I'll take it.
Yeah,
Why not?
so
And
I
she,
was very
you know
happy with
what?
the match.
I will give her credit for one thing is that she has steadily like in ring how good she is like she just keeps improving because she's another person that when you actually look at the little things she does, it's like, oh, she's really fucking slick on what
Yeah,
she does.
she's getting better, and I think she's finding her niche of what style that she is and what kind of wrestler she is, and that's something that she kind of needed for a bit. So I'm glad that she's finding it now.
True that.
But yeah, it was a really good match. I give it a 4. It was a really good match. I'm surprised I'm giving it a 4.
Mm-hmm.
I like the story they told. I think they did a good job in just like creating something that wasn't there. I didn't know why they fought, and that was my little case with it. It was just like, why are y'all fighting? Didn't y'all tag team the other week?
You know what? They don't know what the hell to do with that anymore. They just keep throwing her with random people. That's all I
Yeah,
got.
like, oh, you gonna be here? She's pretty much the Big Show of the female
Oh,
division.
well, as long as he stays relevant, it's all
Yeah.
good.
So yeah. So that was my little gripe with it. Other than that, like, it was a good match. I saw what they went before, and Liv taking the win was fine because I think she needs it more. She's trying to build momentum. Even though that y'all keep fucking up her storylines, she still she constantly tries to stay good.
This is true.
So I give her that credit. Credit's due.
Although I'm thinking about it, they should have just made what happened. I think a better match or a match that would have made more sense would have been her and Ruby Riott.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're giving her stuff that, like, it doesn't make sense, but I see what you're doing with it,
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Like, I get it, but it's like also like, yeah, you had ready storylines kind of going as it is, and you kind of just like,
Oh
oh
shit!
yeah, we forgot.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, so that's my little gripe with it. Like, again, you could have had Liv Morgan, even fucking Sarah Logan. You could have put into this match.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Where the hell is she at? Where she? She
Yeah,
was. She isn't. Aren't they all in the same area? Aren't they all down there? Like,
yeah,
what are you doing? Stop.
yeah. So I agree with that in that sense. So our show kicked off with the NXT Women's Championship match, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. I think this is my match of night 2.
Yeah, this is the in ring match of the night. I would say it was a fucking banger. It had all of the aggression from that Daniel Bryan Sami Zayn match. These two was vicious. They was growling like mountain lions in that ring. Like Rhea Ripley fought her ass off. Like damn near nobody did. Like,
Yeah,
do you know what the funny thing is? In retrospect, she looked sloppy as shit. But the only person to really fight Charlotte was Ronda Rousey.
yeah,
Like to fight her in the ring and look like she's not gonna just lay there and give up.
yeah,
Like, oh yeah, it's time for you to do a wrestling move on me. I'm just gonna wait till you do it and then fight. Because I'm gonna fight you until you get this move on me.
yeah,
Like, that's one thing I picked up on, like,
yeah,
immensely. Rhea Ripley has that down of like, I'm not just gonna lay here like a fish and let you beat me up and then fight back. It's like,
yeah.
no,
I
it's gonna
agree.
work for
Like, I like the fact that she fought everything and she tried her best to keep up with everything in that sense. Like,
the
the
opening of the match was
yeah,
explosive. She kicked her in the chest and did the riptide on her
yeah.
immediately. Like,
Yeah, and you know what? I like this is one thing that I'll say that the commentators for the most part of the night they did a good job in telling the story. I think the commentators failed on saying that she didn't get it fully,
mm,
or
okay.
you could have justified why she didn't get hit so hard because she didn't get her that great. She barely got her, and then when she did, like, it wasn't a full thing. So you could have really sold the fact that she didn't get the full effect of that move on her.
True enough. True enough.
Yeah.
Well, also she's Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
She's got more in the tank than most people,
Yeah.
and she did the smart thing of immediately roll out after. So
Yeah. But
like, I give credit. I guess I give more credit to just the way the action was flowing. It didn't bother me too much, but I get that.
yeah, other than that, I really dug the Vegeta suit that Rhea Ripley had. It took me a little to figure it out, and then I just saw the color scheme, and I was like, "What the fuck she is?" I know she's dressed as something. I can't think of it. And then I saw that was it was Vegeta. So I dug that. The match was vicious as fuck. The fact that she was working the legs, she was working the arms, she was working. They both were working each other's legs and trying to go back and forth. But Charlotte really was fucking taking that leg out, and I appreciate that style, especially more when you actually put the time into working the leg and shit. We always talk about it, and it's something that we always talk about if you're gonna do a finisher, at least have work on the bar you're doing the finisher on.
This is true.
And that's
This is
something
true.
that it did. I think they did a good job in that sense. I truly loved this match. I actually thought the match was great. I think it was my favorite match, especially the women matches. I think that was the best women's match we had in WrestleMania, like for in general.
I would, yeah, probably. You looking back on it, like, yeah, they fought like nobody else.
Yeah, I think it was probably the best female women's match I've seen in WrestleMania.
Yeah, I could, I'll try to scan my brain for anything else that stands out as good as this one, but like for straight up in ring action,
Yeah,
there has never been a women's match in WrestleMania history that has been this physical. This like back and forth, like two like they look like evenly matched, like just titans, like gladiators.
yeah,
Like this was as it didn't feel. I don't. It just didn't feel like leading up to it. It felt like a regular, standard. I'm talking this shit, you're talking that shit. We're going back and forth.
yeah,
It just didn't feel as big as this match turned out. Like, damn, this could have been the main event.
yeah,
But that's in hindsight. You wouldn't have. No, nobody could have known it would have been like this.
yeah. I agree.
But yeah, if you would have repackaged this pay-per-view and put this as like the main event. Oh shit, yeah.
I would have sold it. I thought honestly, I thought this was better than both the WWE Championship matches.
I agree.
I will say this and Daniel Bryan, and Sami Zayn were my favorite title matches of the show, and they stuck. I think they delivered hell more than I expected off this match. I thought they were gonna have a good match, but this one was very old school technical. It had that element of pain and aggression and them just not liking each other and just a wrestling match and not, oh, you're my best friend or you're not my friend no more, things like that. It had none of that. It had the indications of a title match.
The other thing I really liked was that this is probably one of the few matches I think that benefited the most from there being no crowd.
Yeah.
Was because you could just hear the impact of everything.
Yeah.
You could hear how hard those girls were hitting each other.
And I feel like they laid it in a few times because of that. Because the camera was close to them, and they had to lay it in more because they had to freaking get the sound.
I just think they don't like each other, or like they have that competitive edge between the two of them. Because like you could pretty much look at both of their, like when they have a high profile matches, they both have a penchant for doing some rough shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rhea Ripley, you could look through her title defenses. She is not, I'm just gonna do wrestling moves. She beats the shit out of people.
Yeah.
Her and Shayna Baszler was a war.
Yeah.
Charlotte, like pretty much when she's in a title match position, people give her shit because it looks like she hurts people, but yeah, she's a wrestler.
Yeah.
She comes to play.
Yeah.
So like when you throw two people who are gonna do that, and it's gonna be a fucking fight. So they did that.
I give this a 5.
Woof. And it was a good wrestling match.
Yeah. I give it a 5. I can't give it less than a 5. Like I think this match.
Or this is probably my wrestling match of the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
That match was incredible. Like they stole the show on this show, and as a match wise, they stole the show. Like I said, like this could easily be a main event anywhere.
Yep.
Anytime.
This could have been a main event in Japan. This could have been a main event in UK. This could have been a main event anywhere around the world. Like they
did an amazing job with that, and I watched the match twice before
I'm soaking all the hate from the Charlotte haters that are probably gonna come in because she won.
Yeah.
You know how it is when she won, but she fought her ass off.
Yeah.
But she won. So you notice she's gonna get a lot of hate.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna soak that shit in because I don't give. This was the match of the weekend.
Yeah. I was sad that she lost. I was sad that Rhea Ripley lost, but I was like, well, it's Charlotte Flair. Like, like she gonna win. She always wins.
The thing about her is that she's not the champion that gets pushed to the top.
Yeah.
Without earning. It's just like people feel that's the case. People get tired of seeing her because she's up there, but she's up there for a goddamn reason. And
just think, what I thought about it is the matches you're gonna get in NXT.
Yes.
And like seeing her versus like Bianca Belair, and maybe
Yes.
not because it looks like she's on Raw now, but but seeing a rematch between Rhea Ripley and her, seeing Tony
Or
Storm
seeing her
versus
versus
Charlotte,
Io Shirai. Come
Io
on.
Shirai, Tony
Or seeing
Storm,
her versus Candice LeRae. Come on.
Candice LeRae, Mia Yim even, so
Yeah. Oh,
Dakota Kai, Tegan Knox.
this is true.
That gives you a whole slew, or like a whole group of people that have never touched hands with Charlotte Flair, and you could elevate them into that position.
Yep. This is true.
So I give it. It's a good thing that she won. I am a little sad that Rhea Ripley, because I'm just a fan of Rhea Ripley, but this match was fucking fantastic. So gives it 5. It gets a 5.
I agree.
And it's not like I personally, no, it was a 5-star match.
It's like I was just sitting there, like I could tell how good of a wrestling match is to me when it just draws my attention to the whole match. Like I don't even look at anything. Like I can't turn away from it.
It draws you, and then it's like you're feeling their pain. You're like, oh no, stop going for the leg. Ow, stop it. But yeah. So next match, Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley.
And this is like a pocket favorite for me. This is I think for me this is probably one of Bobby Lashley's best matches. I'll be honest with you. That the whole first like 5 minutes of this match was amazing. Like when did you see how he tried to come at him standing up? But like I think this is one of the things that Bobby Lashley doesn't get to do often, is to actually fight.
Yeah.
Because he's a fighter.
Yeah.
And to see him basically just stop Aleister Black was cool as shit.
Yeah.
Was like every time he tried to get in and grapple and then got a headlock, Bobby Lashley just threw his ass. When he tried to grab the leg, he just sat on him and then and then picked him up and rolled him halfway across the ring. And it was just like, bruh, this is Superman. Like but it looks so smooth because of how good Aleister Black. Like the thing about it is, this was a match that I think was good for me because of the people fighting each other and like how good they are at what they do.
Okay.
And they basically like masked up in a way that was like, this wouldn't have been a good match if it was Bobby Lashley and Rusev.
Yeah.
If it was Bobby Lashley and say, who else was like he feuding with like recently?
Rollins or Balor.
Drew Rollins and Balor, yeah. Like their styles don't match up. And this was just like almost a perfect match.
Yeah.
The only thing that was like they had to throw in a little, the basically the storyline shit was that Lana was there and then she cost the match.
Yeah.
Like that was the weakest part of the match. That was it for me, but it was still good because it was flush in the face. The replay was like, yo, he caught him full on anyway. So it was like, whatever, dude.
One thing I liked that Bobby did, and I caught on to the end, is when he took the hit. He knocked out for like a good second. Once he realized that he was pinned to 3, that's when he started being frustrated.
Yeah.
Like he got up and fucking started being angry and like wondering what the fuck happened, and then he started realizing that he just lost. So I give him credit with that. Like I like that.
He had the beef.
He's like, the fuck happened?
Like, he was like, what?
I'll give it a 4.
Also, that Lana was just pissed that he lost.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you caused him to lose and you mad at him? All right, you's a bitch. For me, it was a 4.5. I love the match. Again, I will say it. In WWE so far, this is Bobby Lashley's best match.
Yeah.
It wasn't long. This is not what you need from a person like Bobby, because that's usually you get a 20-minute match and it's just like, oh my god, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
What you need is, I think they did perfectly, was use the strengths of both guys. Aleister Black can take a beating, and he has this incredible martial arts background, so let's throw that in there. Bobby Lashley he has a martial arts background that he doesn't get to utilize all the time, and he's a fucking giant chocolate mountain man.
He stole Cedric's pants.
All right, no, he was wearing Christian's pants. You ain't noticed the color scheme, the black and gold. I was like, is that Christian's gear?
Probably.
What happened?
Probably lost his underwear.
Like they used the strengths of them. No mic, nothing, none of that. Aleister Black came out with his dark wizard gear.
He looked like a Diablo character and shit.
Yes, he did.
So
straight up neck. It's like for me, it was a 4.5.
yeah. All right. Next match is Otis versus defeats Dolph Ziggler.
I thought it was fun.
It was a fun
Like
match.
it wasn't too long. Again, this match wasn't too long.
Xavier fucking had me rolling.
Oh, okay. What was he saying?
He was like, at a time like this, y'all kissing on screen.
Oh, jerk, jerk, jerk. You know it's pre-recorded.
It's true
jerk.
though.
Yeah, and hugging up on her. You know, but listen, we know the real deal, so it was alright.
Yeah.
But like listen, Sonya came out looking like a badass. How come she's wrestling that more often? Why not?
Yeah.
Her sexy SWAT team gear, is that what you call it? And then Dolph Ziggler with the military, the camo tights. All right. If they're gonna be a duo now, all right, fine. But it was just like a fun match. It was just Dolph Ziggler beating somebody up, and then he got his comeuppance. It wasn't long. Sonya came out. I mean, Manny came out. I'm surprised they played her music, but whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she was wearing, but I'll take it because she didn't have a match. She came out in gear to whoop Sonya's ass. But the more Manny we see, the better. So I'll take it.
Yeah, this is what Xavier was. He was like, I'm not kissing someone per first day in this climate. These two are here wilding out.
You know it.
But yeah, it was funny. It was an entertaining match. Otis is a very insane character. They did the whole story together.
He beat him with the caterpillar.
Yeah.
Let's just remember that.
And let's see where they go from here and what they're gonna do with Mandy and him. So I thought it was cool. I see some mixed matches down the road, and hopefully something that makes Mandy a babyface or makes her even more of a heel if she betrays him.
Yeah, true that.
So you'll see. Give it a 4. It was entertaining.
But it was basically the continuation of a SmackDown match.
Yeah.
Nothing special, but I like it because I like the people involved. So
yeah. But at least they at least had a story going in and fully like went with the story instead of like Corbin do the dude off the damn roof, and he wasn't angry about that.
Yes.
I'll be angry. I'll tell you that much. Next match, Edge versus Randy Orton.
Like you said, we got into it a little bit earlier. It was a good match, but the only thing it was too long. It dragged on for too long.
Yeah.
But my personally, after what they showed me that they were capable of on the first night with the Boneyard, I felt that this match damn sure should have been cinematic. Just because of the implications of it, but not the same way. Yeah. Just in a different way because he hit the man in the head with 2 chairs, dog.
Yeah.
He hit the man's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't. The stuff that was done during the match didn't seem to warrant what. It was like the Elias match.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brawled, but it was like, all right, I'm gonna slam you into some gym equipment. I'm gonna swing off of this and basically X-Pac, what was his name? Bronco Buster you in the face in a chair. Like that was it. That wasn't devastating. Shut up. There was so many things that was just like,
I would have put this match more back in the ring than outside for the most part. Mm-hmm. I think the main thing that kind of told the story to like end the story was the concerto in the end.
Yeah, I agree.
The rest of it had nothing to do with it. Like, honestly, even if Randy Orton would have went for his neck a few more times in the way, like, of he just punching him towards the neck and things like that. I know they got in trouble with the whole, like, choking in the gym.
Oh, for real? They weren't supposed to be in there or something?
No, it was fucking the Benoit thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what they said?
People were unsettled with that. They didn't like that. People are bitching about that.
I did not even think about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
It went over my head.
So I would have, again, this match kind of dragged because, it was outside the ring. There was not going to be a lot of falls, a lot of bumps and things like that. But, again, a lot of these things that you're doing with this time, you could have did in the ring. And would have had the padding of the ring to do these bumps, to make it look better, to make it look stronger. But I feel like they failed in that part.
I think the thing is they don't want him to. They didn't want him to wrestle, so they wanted him to brawl. So
Yeah,
like that's why I'm saying if they had used different things, different angles and stuff, or
yeah,
like I said, if you'd have had him push him off or something, and we know he's not falling on the ground,
yeah,
something like what they did with Elias,
yeah,
that actually sold me on the match, and then the match disappointed me.
yeah,
So it's just like if you don't want him to be people to be falling off of stuff and you want people to do this, like use the elements at hand. They
yeah,
could have again, they could have used they could have used sugar glass and put somebody through could have put Randy through a window or
yeah,
something. You know what I'm saying? Like could have did a whole bunch of things. Randy could have took a majority of the abuse.
yeah.
This is what I'm saying, but it just was felt very, very drag on. It just went on and on and on.
And we also got something very similar in NXT with Gargano and Ciampa.
Yes, and it
They
was done
made it
better.
look so much better.
Yes,
So
yes,
I was disappointed with this match. I wanted something more out of it. I think it should. I honestly, I think it should have been a match. I understand the indication of last man standing, but I think it being in the ring, I think would have been a better way of showcasing Edge in a way. But I did like the ending. I did like the concerto in the end. That was like my highlight of the match. The fact that he
mm,
ended with the concerto.
yeah, and the whole cry face. I feel your pain, Edge, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think also Edge's facial expressions just helps.
this is true.
We give it a 3. I kind of want to give it lower. I wasn't
I would give.
happy with it.
I wasn't like I didn't hate it. It was just too long.
Yeah,
Again, I felt they showed that they can do more, and they didn't do it with that match.
yeah, I agree.
It felt like one of those old backstage matches, but not as impactful because of what they could and couldn't do.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I here's another thing I realized was is that they weren't gonna do anything where somebody had to get stitched up and stuff. I mean, yeah, Randy probably cut his back. That's nothing. But
Yeah,
like, they weren't gonna do anything where people had streams of blood coming down their face because you can't go to a medical facility for real
yeah,
now. So I get it, and that's why I say if you can't do things the way you used to, use the elements you have at your disposal. That's the only
yeah,
thing I was like, okay. So for that, I was disappointed. That's it.
yeah. It was. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah, I give it a 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Most disappointing match. I'll put it that way. I had high hopes for it, and it disappointed me.
yeah, same here. Like I had hope for this match. I wanted. I think I wanted more out of this match, and we didn't get.
Mm-hmm.
Next match is the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Uh, Angel Garza and Austin Theory versus the Street Profit.
It was all right. It was a completely normal match. I mean, it wasn't takeover level, it wasn't pay-per-view level, but it was
Yeah,
a good match.
yeah, it was a good match.
I,
Austin Theory shined.
yeah, that's true. True
Yeah,
that. True that.
like I think he shined in this match. I think that you were able to do stuff for him that you can't really do with most.
That's
Um,
that's true. And goddamn Montez Ford with that frog splash.
yeah,
Yo, he leaped halfway across the ring, hit it, and then flew the other way out the ring.
yeah. I felt like also they got cheated out of time because I think the Orton and Edge went longer than it was supposed to.
I have no
So,
idea, so I can't make that
so I
speculation.
feel like it got cut time. Like I feel like that was the match they got time cut because it felt like it wasn't a full match. It felt like they had this, they had that, they had something going, but they had to shorten it.
I just didn't feel like an impactful match, period, because of the circumstances,
Yeah,
because it wasn't the people that was involved anyway. So
yeah. So you kind of had to like justify it like in that stuff. But one thing we got off this match is Bianca Belair debut on WrestleMania
that's true. That's true.
and beat up Selena Vega.
She got the. What was her outfit? Because I was distracted by
Um,
that, with the two skulls.
I don't know. It was just cool. It
Because
was
I
like a
saw
pirate-ish kind of thing.
the only thing I saw was that she was asked. She had asked before WrestleMania, maybe like last week about maybe it was like 2 weeks ago about her. Were there any celebrities that she looked like?
Mm-hmm.
And she was thinking about some stuff. So I was like, I wonder. I'm trying to think of who the hell has like in a movie had two skulls. Was she supposed to be like Was it the captain that has skulls on him in Pirates? The the
Um,
the water guy with the I'm trying to remember his
I
name
don't.
with the octopus face. He didn't have skulls on him, right?
Nah, he didn't have skulls on him.
Okay. So I was like, no, I couldn't.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
couldn't.
sure what she was trying to get at with what she was doing, but
So I apologize for not knowing her outfit,
yeah,
but it looked cool. But yeah, she got bounced around by by Bianca Belair at the end.
yeah,
So
she got messed up.
don't you mess with her, boo.
I give the match a 3.
I give it 3 as well.
Yeah,
Again, like me personally, I wasn't super invested in it.
yeah, I agree. Like I wasn't 100% invested in it. I wanted because I'm a fan of Austin Theory, and like I watched him in Evolve, so I was very happy to see him in that sense. But other than that, you really didn't have me invest into this match. Like again, there was no storyline between them. So honestly, I think they should have done something besides the only thing that they did on Raw to boost them in a way. So it made me feel for it more, but they didn't do anything to even deserve it. So I was like, they just getting the title shot.
Yeah,
That's how it works. That's how shit works. And
if
that
it
was
would have been Akam and Razor, it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, man.
Yeah, so that was my little gripe with it, I guess. It was that. It was like I wanted something more off of it, and what we got wasn't enough.
Yeah, I agree.
So I give it a 3. Next match is, I think this is my moment of the weekend.
Okay.
No, it was not. SmackDown Women's Championship match. Bailey defeats Sasha Banks, Naomi, Lacey Evans, Tamina in a 5-way elimination match.
And this match for me was way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Because at least everything that happened was consistent.
Yeah.
And I think I was just gonna point this out. This is one of the first times that they haven't insulted my intelligence with Sasha Banks. I'm just gonna say. So I appreciate that. And I think like her and Bailey like just sneakily taking everybody out.
Yeah.
And I know the one thing I think for me that I took away from this match was as long as you have one friend, if you keep making a bunch of enemies, as long as you have one friend, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
So don't be Lacey Evans. Because she got jumped.
Yeah.
She got jumped throughout the entire match.
Yeah.
Like Sasha really took it to, like if you notice, they just kept getting her. Like they had tag moves on her the whole match. And then even during stuff when they got separated and Naomi got in and they fought, and then before Tamina got eliminated and they fought, like everybody, they ended up keep going back to her and whooping her ass, and I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And it played it to the end of the match.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You could be an asshole as long as you got one friend.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was good. Like I enjoyed, for the most part, I enjoyed the match.
mm-hmm.
I'll give it a 3.75.
I gave it a 4. Again, I was
Solid.
happy. Also happy that Bailey won.
Yeah.
Also happy that they didn't just make Sasha a dummy, because they had the "oh, you hit me" moment. I'm like, yeah, but you know it was an accident.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
I did like the whole Unity, the Team Bad reunion.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So at least they did do that. They acknowledged that. Next match, The Fiend Bray Wyatt defeats John Cena in a Firefly Funhouse match. This was fucking amazing. This is my favorite thing of this night, of both nights. This was my favorite thing.
This is, yeah, I love this personally as well, but like the Boneyard reached out for me, but this is right up there with it. This was amazing. I hope they do more stuff like this with Bray.
Yeah.
This was cool.
This was genius. Like this match, they did so much shit in this match that just was like, wow. Like him acting like Kurt Angle when he went back to being the regular John Cena. Him going back and just talking raps, and fucking NWO John Cena, and fucking main event.
The part that killed me was the Vince puppet.
Yeah.
Gave him the speech, and I bet you that's probably the speech that he gives you when you join WWE.
Yeah.
That probably 100% is what that was.
Yeah.
And then so from there, just kicking it up. And I love how the puppet hit him, and it made a loud ass noise. I'm like, what the fuck?
Johnny Large Meat.
That's his name?
And the 80s version of him was Johnny Large Meat.
Yo, what's
Oh
happening?
man, this
I love
was
the part where they were doing they went to the Muscle Man verse,
yeah,
and John Cena was just going ham,
yeah.
and then he just did the spaghetti arms. I was like, yo, what is happening? Oh, so good,
This
so
was
good.
this is a match that I really want everyone to watch and
Mm-hmm.
just see how genius this shit was. And I know it was Bruce Pritchard, Bray Wyatt, and John Cena behind this match.
Okay.
Those are the
Well,
three minds behind it, and I knew they were gonna do something special, and they blew me away with this. Like just the little aesthetics of everything. The fucking NWO shit had me fucking rolling. The the main event, Saturday night main event shit had me
yeah,
fucking
that had me
rolling.
dying.
Fucking Vince McMahon saying that's good shit. That
That's
shit
good.
had me. I have a feeling that is Vince McMahon talking to damn puppet.
See, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I think. That wasn't Bray this time. 'Cause I think usually you kind of hear that it's probably Bray
Yeah,
impersonating Vince, but that puppet the entire time sounded like Vince,
yeah,
like making a stylized voice of himself. So
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And the fact that they just went back to the Bray Wyatt cult and going back into the WrestleMania match, and then him being Kurt Angle and that in John Cena's first SmackDown match, and they did so much to the ability of this match. It just made it fucking fun. It was
But you
just fun.
but you see what I mean by I watched the Edge match, which had the biggest, maybe the biggest. Everybody and their grandmother was like, "Oh shit." And
Yeah,
they could have done so much more with what they had, and then they took this and they did so much fucking. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
they went above and beyond.
yeah. This was probably
It's-
my favorite thing. This like in general of 2020 is going to be one of the things that I want to talk about again because it was just so well done and so thought out, and it went through everything of the history of wrestling and things like that, and I just respect the hell what they did with this match. Like I really enjoyed the hell out of this, and yeah, it was just fun. It was fun, and that's something that we don't get a lot to say, that it is a fun thing to watch. And yeah, I was 100% behind this match, and yo, I could see a lot of things they could do now if they get given the shot and the time to do so.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I give Cena, Wyatt, and Bruce Pritchard so much credit for this.
I love that when there's two things that made me laugh. I was just thinking about now. Was he the guy his comeuppance and was beating on Bray, and then he turned into
Yeah,
Husky, blue pig, and I was like, yo. And then at the end when he went when Bray won, and he was his own ref,
yeah.
and he counted him out, and then you look at Cena on the floor, he just disappears.
Hmm.
That made me lose my shit. He just blinked out of existence. Oh.
You know, the one thing I thought it would have been fucking cool if they did, but they at least they had the they had the visual of Titus O'Neil saying, "What the fuck I just watched."
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But I would have loved them to go back to the Nexus in this, because Husky
Okay.
Harris was part of the Nexus, and how he just Cena pretty much went over them and they didn't get a
Got it.
chance. So
Okay.
seeing like there are a lot of Nexus guys still, like Heath Slater, Titus O'Neil, Curtis Axel, you could have used them in a way of
Okay.
doing something.
Gotcha.
Other than that, like this fucking was fantastic. 5 stars,
Yeah.
fucking 10 stars. 10. This
This
was
was
great.
this was WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that the two last things they show, cinematic things they show, were like, this is WrestleMania.
yeah,
All right, I'm fine.
yeah. And I enjoyed the hell out of it. Like, fucking Bray Wyatt is genius in a mic, no matter what. But with him and Cena, even their rivalry back in the day, I thought there was a great rivalry because they know how to talk to each other and shit like that.
Hmm.
And this was just fucking awesome.
Yes, sir.
Has Mattel get on that NWO John Cena figure, please?
And don't forget the Eric Bischoff, Bray
Yeah.
Wyatt.
Yes, they had to be a 2-pack.
Yes, there you go.
We need that. This would be the first time we actually see Cena wrestle in jeans.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he had full on jeans. This was fantastic. Like, this is a way of WrestleMania that honestly, I don't know how you could do this in a live show unless because you're pretty much showing it on the Titantron or the TV.
This is true.
So I don't know how you could get away with this on a live show, but I'm all for more of this. I love it. Like we always talk about, like, if you're gonna go all out, go full into it, and I'm invested. But if you go halfway and not get me invested, I'm not gonna care.
Yeah.
They got me to care.
So
that was great.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. And the main event of WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship match.
And thank goodness it wasn't a long match. It was two men came into the ring with their supers on 5.
Yep.
Knew what you was getting, and you got what you wanted. We got a brand new champion, and I'm not mad.
Neither.
Like, what I didn't expect them to have a chain wrestling match. I half expected Suplex City, and we didn't even really get that. So I'm like, oh, all right. We got 3 suplexes and then F5, and then we had that whole situation. I'm like, yeah, man, if a man carries giant barrels and throws stones, he ain't getting pinned by no F5. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. I watched that movie. I watched that little Drew McIntyre movie. He's the King of Scotland. Let's go.
The fucking Hearts on Fire song behind him.
Pulling 5 men across a mud pit. Let's go. I'll take it.
Yeah, it was great. It did what it needed to do. Again, it was 2 guys with their specials on 5, and who's gonna stay down first.
Yeah, basically. I love Paul Heyman outside giving the direction. You could just hear him clear as day. Like, I see, that's the thing about the no audience thing, is certain things, they are amplified, and you can hear so much more, and you could feel so much more because they don't have to play to the crowd.
Yeah.
They can focus on each other. Like, I felt it when he was like, "Look at me, you son of a bitch," and he fucking caught him with the last one. He didn't even stand up.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right.
Like you didn't get up, and still kick you in the face.
Like, it's about time. I give the match a 5 for what it was. It was a power man match. It was a specials on 5 match. I did not come in there expecting anything else.
Yeah.
Got what I wanted, and I love happy. So, finally. I hate that his world is in turmoil.
Yeah.
But he's the king of a fucking empty kingdom. But it is what it is.
Yeah, he did the best of his abilities. He's the new WWE champion. Much deserved for Drew McIntyre.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was our WrestleMania review. Overall show of part 2. I'll give part 2 a 4.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4. It didn't have any matches that I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, definitely.
But it did have its issues.
You know,
but
like, I think if you kind of round it to what had the highest highs, with like, goddamn that first match and goddamn the Firefly Funhouse were like up there. So like, they pulled a lot of weight.
Yeah.
But yeah, the match wise, it wasn't like, everything wasn't really like, the first night really did have like in the ring action. Like, yeah, it was much better.
But overall, WrestleMania, we give it a 4.5.
I give it a 5.
Yeah.
I was thoroughly entertained. I know the circumstances behind everything, so that gives me even more of a reason to add more to it. Like, they gave me stuff I never would have expected. This would have never happened if, you know what I'm saying? Like, if shit wasn't the way it was, I don't think we would have got this. And this is some of the best stuff I've seen from Undertaker and Bray Wyatt and John Cena.
Yeah.
A long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, for me, this was, I didn't mind most of it. So
yeah, it was good. It was a really fun stuff. So
this is the WrestleMania you could really show to somebody and be like, "Hey, man, you remember when things were fucked? We still did WrestleMania and it was good.
Yeah,
you need to watch that shit." And people, this is like a time capsule moment for real.
Yeah. I enjoyed the hell of the show. For the most part, everything was entertaining. Everything was good to the extent that this is the situation we have, and they made the most of the situation we had. And I think again, the Boneyard match, the Firefly Funhouse match, I think they benefited for not having the crowd there.
Yes.
Because those are they were full length movies. We're gonna get the Boneyard Taker Part 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Club's Revenge.
Straight to streaming.
He's gonna have Steven Seagal with him.
No, just put the Miz in there, somebody. When he's better, he's just a random ass character with a mustache. Put Morrison in there, somebody else is a random ass dude. Just, You got movie. Like, this is the thing about wrestling now, is that majority of them have been in so many movies. You can just throw them all in there.
Yeah, it was good. It was good stuff.
And don't give Steven Seagal money.
No, we get you do the job movie for free, or you don't do it at all.
It's true.
And you know he's gonna do it because he's an ego.
Yeah. Ego, man.
Little news. Big Show's show starts on Netflix. His little sitcom that he has on Netflix.
I like the trailer. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I didn't get to watch it yet, but it's up there. It went on after WrestleMania. Check out the Drew McIntyre 24 and the Edge 24. They were really good, both.
Yes.
If you still haven't got to watch WrestleMania, definitely watch it. It's well worth the watch.
I didn't get to hear it because I didn't have to commute to work.
Yeah.
But make sure you check out that New Day Feel the Power.
Yes, I didn't get to listen to it. It was Monday. Usually I'm working today, so I'm on vacation right now, so I haven't listened to it. But I'll listen to it probably when I run out to the store and shit. I'll put it on. Check out the Major Wrestling Figure podcast stuff. They have so much news that hit the Ringside Collectibles, as in the Bray Wyatt figure, the Hollywood Hogan announced Ultimate figure, Charlotte was announced as an Ultimate figure, and a couple other sets. Rick Rude, Jake the Snake. They showed the first in line of the old school, like Kofi Kingston, Mark Henry, Randy Orton, Natalia. They revealed so much shit on Ringside Collectibles, so definitely check out the Major Wrestling Figure podcast for all the news, or check out Ringside Collectibles, because on their Instagram they have all the pictures of everything.
Oh, here's another thing. They said it, I believe, it's either today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
Might be today, because they might do it early, but they were supposed to do another episode of The Bump with a bunch of people post-WrestleMania.
Oh, cool. So I'll definitely probably check it out when I get a chance. I don't like the dudes that much, so sometimes if they're just doing the show themselves, I literally skip a lot of it.
Oh, you mean that there's no... I've never seen it without Kayla Braxton, really?
No, they've been doing it without her. They also did like the prediction of the dream matches on WWE 2K20, which it just looked terrible.
How dare you? You mean this stuff coming for the game?
Yeah, but they did a dream match thing on WWE Network with the game.
Oh, you talking about the one where Big E?
He was like, "Y'all come bring me here to embarrass me." That shit had me rolling.
Find that. Put that in the group or whatever.
Yeah.
People need to see that. Big E. Oh, what a national treasure.
Yes, that was fucking hilarious. Yeah, so they announced all the ones that are coming out with the basic line. They announced all the Series 101. They announced everything that's coming out, which it's a ton of stuff. Naomi, the first Rhea Ripley figure, Ultimate Warrior of his last days figure, Taker, old school Taker. They showed the China and Triple H. They showed Kane when he got unmasked. They showed Sting, Rick the Hammer Valentine, and Guerrero.
Is that the Kane? Does he have a little patch of hair on his head?
Yeah, and the black makeup.
I hate that Kane.
And
the only thing I hate from that Kane was Kane at RVD, and then he betrayed him, and I'll never forgive him.
The Bray Wyatt, the Fiend figure. I pre-ordered that right away.
Was that the first one?
Yeah.
Really?
And
all the no Fiend figure?
Yeah.
How dare you? And
I pre-ordered also the Edge heads figure, so the Edge with the Zack Ryder and Core Hawking head.
That's funny.
That's a Ringside collector. That's a Ringside exclusive.
Is that just them? Is that them throwing them a little shine? Because like they get, like you said, all these people are getting figures except for those two.
Yeah, and they still didn't get they just got a head. They just got a head, so whatever. Well, you could actually edit the heads down. Like if you buy an extra figure and stuff like that, you can make them. I guess. I don't
Broski doesn't make customs, and neither will I.
know. Yeah.
So give him a real figure.
Yeah. But they announced so much shit, so definitely check them out.
I would like to shout out before we go though. One thing they've been doing they've been like ramping up on their channel, Spur City Podcast.
Yeah.
Specifically on YouTube. Like this past week, they put out a ton of videos, but they actually put out. It says 2 days ago. I listened to like maybe half of it, and it's really good. It's their album.
Okay.
From Humble Beginnings, and it's the full album. So
cool.
you can listen to the whole thing on YouTube. I believe they have links on the YouTube to download it, and that's Swerve Strickland and I forget his homeboy's name.
Okay.
It's
I don't know his name.
Not Mosley. It's not Mosley.
Yeah.
Not Mosley. I forget, but yeah, make sure you check them out if you like hip hop and stuff. So
yeah,
and it's free.
Cool. I did listen to the Nikki Cross one, so that was actually pretty good. I gotta listen to the other ones he had.
I just have to say, she is awesome.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
She is. And she is like the best crazy old lady. That's not an old lady.
Yeah.
She gives me that type of energy.
She looks like she's just like a natural. That's like her naturally.
Yeah. I mean, you see the videos because I follow her on, I think it's Twitter.
Yeah.
And I follow Killian Dane as well. If you just randomly, you'll just see videos of her doing just ridiculous stuff. Yeah. Usually to him.
Yeah.
Like she'll hide and then pop up while he's working out and shit. Start singing something, and he has to kick her out. It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah, they're fun. They're fun. Also check out After the Bell. He did have who did he have? He had he had John Cena on.
Oh yeah.
That was a really good episode. He had John Cena on that episode, and then also check out New Day's podcast. They just answer questions and shit from things. I didn't get to listen today, so I'm not sure what today's about.
No, that's that one. That's the newest episode. Should be the same one.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. This is the Wrestling Babble podcast. Please follow all our social medias. I am on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, Twitch TV, YouTube, SoundCloud, all Mark with the Mic. Follow our Facebook pages, the Wrestling Babble and the Recycling page, and follow Recycling Inc.
We are anywhere and everywhere. Recycling Inc. That's YouTube, SoundCloud, where you can hear this podcast, and also the It Gets Better I Swear podcast.
Yes.
We are on Tumblr, WordPress, Instagram, and Twitter.
Yep.
All Recycling Inc. No excuses. Follow.
Yes, follow. Peace out, laters, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Make sure he washes his hands before you take his sandwich.
Yes. Peace out, laters.